just kind of reviewing real quick the different kinds of lower body controls. So we've got the 2 hooks, we've got the hip block, the body triangle, and we've got what I like to work on today. This is something you actually see a lot. It's a sort of single hook control. Let's say I'm going for the back. He's really good at getting his knee up, and making this connection and making it really hard for me to get my second hook in. So I can come up here and clamp down on his hip, and this is called a high ball ride or a crotch ride, okay? And if I want to be really mean, I can kind of shove my lower leg into his balls and get a little extra discomfort from his side. But this is actually a pretty good control because it negates a lot of his ability to turn out. Try to turn out.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so this is something you see a lot of people do. I do this a lot as well. I do this a lot with, for example, Victoria, because she's really good at keeping that second hook out, and I don't want to lose the back control. So, like, let's say I'm in a position on the side. Let's say I'm here and I'm going for a back take. I'll come up here, get the first hook, and then she'll be really good at keeping me from getting the second hook. So to keep her from going away, I can clamp down and do this kind of a crotch ride. Okay? And this is, at the very least, going to keep her from running away, and that's where I can start trying to fire her up and get my second hook in and things like that. Okay? So that's the position I want to work on today, and basically going into how we're going to keep this from destroying our position and making us get stuck, okay? So, as always, the first situation is if he's like this with the underhook side up, I want to take a same side grip on his choking hand, okay? Because I need this hand to get out of the position. Okay? And what I'm going to do is bring my feet close to my butt, brace with this hand, and I'm going to basically shrimp to the sky, and when I get some height, I'm going to push down on his knee, and that gets my hips free, and from here, with under. Okay. This is the one you do specifically if the underhook side is up, okay? If the underhook side is down, we have a different solution. But in this kind of position, okay? So I get here. I was about to say, put that on my head. Okay? So I get here, bring the feet in. You don't put your feet up here, and you don't want to try and, I can't really gain height with this foot. I need this foot. So I can bring my feet in, and I shrimp out. From here, I can literally just land here and slip this shoulder. This gives me immediately a chest just that way. Okay? You want to see that? Yeah. Okay, Chris. You're on my You have one hook, and you have the underhook side up. Okay, all right. Okay, so like I said, first thing is control the choking hand. You don't want him to get choked. It's okay if you can choke here. I always say you want to choke as close to the bottom of the hand as possible. If I get here, Chris is really strong. If I'm here, I can hold this, but if I'm down here, this is a lot easier. Get everything you've got. I'm not even working that hard, okay? The further down on the lever you are, the better your leverage, okay? So, feet come to the butt. Could someone tip the camera a bit because I'm almost out of frame?
Sorry.
Okay, as I was saying before he turned the camera off and I asked him to pitch it down, like I said, you want to bring your feet to your butt, brace on this hip, And you want to push him up and push that foot away. From here I can plant, slip my shoulder in, and now I get my chest on chest. Okay? Personally speaking, this is, I think, one of the kinds of escapes that comes up the most in rolling, because when you're rolling, unless you're doing a positional round, you're almost never in the back control like this. This almost never happens. It's always a sort of a ladder side. Like, I've got the side control, I've got the gift wrap, I'm coming in, I want to get my hooks, and yeah, here I am, okay, high ball ride, and this is where things like this come into play. Okay? So this even though I don't think it's the best control, I'm not a big fan of single hook control in general, but you need to have it in your arsenal, if for no other reason than just because you're going to be in a single hook position very often, and you need to know how to get out of it. Okay? So, any questions? If not, I'll let you guys work on that. Okay, that's looking pretty good with everyone. I just wanted to kind of explicitly state one or two bits of information that kind of, I said to pretty much everyone as I was doing this, but I just want to have it on video as well so that everyone can look back later. So everyone's doing the control here, bringing up, getting hip height. The first major thing I noticed is head position, okay? I said this to everyone, I just want it on video. When you're doing this, it's really important. I want my head to go down and try to look at my opponent as much as possible, okay? I don't want to be like this, because now I've got my body twisted in a weird way and it's hard for me to get out, okay? As I do this, I want to at the very least look down, preferably down, and as I'm bringing my shoulder in, I want to look as much to my opponent as I possibly can. And that's bringing my shoulder in right where I need it to be. Okay? So, and also, this is something that only a couple of people did, but this is the power leg, okay? This is the leg you're using to get height. I don't need my other leg for this. Quite the contrary. If I'm pushing with my other leg, I'm actually pushing into his control. I'm actually giving him, yeah, exactly. I'm giving him better control of me than he had originally. Okay? So, just back up a bit, because every single time we do something, we're like inching closer and closer to the side of the mat. Okay? So, and one more thing, like when we get into the position, everyone's getting their shoulder in really well. That's working really well. But sometimes, let's say I get here, and he just clamps down on me and really makes it hard for me to get my shoulder in. This is where I was telling everyone, don't forget what we did last week. If I can't get my shoulder in, 4-point. And now I'm out. Cool thing is like the way we are right now, perfect position for a knee cut. Okay? So I've said this a couple of times as well when I was going over the escapes. It's never you do an escape and you're out. It's you do an escape, that makes an opening, you go here, you go here, you chain things onto each other, and eventually you will have so much movement and so much space that the back control is just gone. Okay, it's a cumulative process. It's never, I do X escape and I'm out. Okay? So I just wanted to point that out. Do a couple more reps and then we'll go to what happens when the arm configuration is different and the choking arm is on top and the underhook arm is on the bottom. Okay? So a couple more reps and then we'll change that. So what we're doing now is basically we're coming in the position, same position, but now what Jonas is doing is he's really clamping down on this shoulder to make it hard for me to bring this shoulder forward. So I can get my hips high, and I'm actually already doing a bit of it instinctively. So the minute my hips are free, I can feel that I can't bring my shoulder forward. So what I'm going to do is prop on his foot, release the hook, and then this is going to look really familiar to everyone. I'm going to bring my hips up and shoulder slip. So when he starts clamping on that shoulder to prevent you from being able to go into this position, that's where you reverse and go into a shoulder slip. Basically, you just chain the first escape we did onto what we were doing, and because he's holding so hard onto that, if you can release the bottom hook, he's almost pulling you into the shoulder hook actually. So, showing it one more time. Okay? So, and not gonna lie, this is something that's probably going to happen. So, and this is why I've always been saying the shoulder slip should be your first line of defense. Let's move it. Yeah, so that we're nice and visible for the camera. Okay, your shoulder slip is your first line of defense. So we're here, get our hips high. I can't really tighten. Yeah, I can't really go forward. Bring my foot on this hip, on this foot, slip the hook, and shoulder slip. And then we just go into our first escape that we did the whole time. Okay? So, and just a little rule of thumb, for me personally, when I'm doing back escapes, I am always looking for that chance to shoulder slip. That is the easiest escape, and it's the most annoying. If I can get it, I do. So always be looking. Shoulder slip, shoulder slip, shoulder slip. You do an escape, he does something unexpected, shoulder slip. As much as you can. Always look for your shoulder slip. Okay? Let's practice that a bit, then let's go to a different arm configuration. I just want to show this one really quickly so that you've seen it. So we've been doing the whole time with the underhook side down. Now we're going to do it with the underhook side. And we've been doing the whole time with the underhook side up. Let's just get a bit closer to the camera. Totally professional. We are film students from Cologne, okay? So when it gets changed, the main thing that switches is, in all honesty, my choke controlling hand. If I come here, it's basically, this is the only thing that really changes if it's in a different configuration. Everything else, I can literally do the exact same thing. And it's even easier now because he doesn't have the option that we had in the last one. Yeah, I'll try, yeah. Because now if he tries to pinch this shoulder, that's actually helping me. Because he's pulling me in the direction I want to go anyway now. The reason why that works in the other configuration, underhook side here, underhook side, overhook, yeah. The reason why that works here is because now he has a cross control. He's got control of this hip and this shoulder. This is controlling this motion, this is controlling this motion, okay? He has rotational control in both directions. If we switch that, okay, now he only has rotational control in this direction. He can't stop me from doing this anymore. Okay, so just wanted to point that one out. That's essentially, if he has the other configuration, say thank you, because the escape just became easier. Okay. The next and last control I want to go through today is called a crab hook. Same idea. I have a single control with one hook, but instead of doing the crotch rider, I'm going to do this. Yeah, this sucks. Rotate a bit so that you're facing the camera more. Okay, so what I'm doing instead is I'm pulling in here and pushing away here, and this is again giving me nice control. I've got the shoulder pinned, okay, and this is a different kind of control, okay. So this is the escape, last escape I'm going to do today. It's how to get out of this crotch right situation. Okay. So yeah, okay, yeah, because this actually it's really because he's pushing my hips in this direction with this foot. I can't really rotate in, and at the same time he's pulling back this one, so I can't really rotate out at the bottom either. Roll, I want us to face the camera. Okay? So when we're in this position, again, first and always number one, control the choking hand. And now again, place I'm not gonna be able to really put, if he resists, I'm not gonna be able to push his leg away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend my leg so that I can, and basically, once I get it extended, I'm just going to keep this framed so that if he tries to come back, okay? This is actually a lot easier than it looks. This is a position that the body is actually naturally fairly weak in. The leg is really good at extending, it's not really good at contracting. Okay? And once I get here, now I can start going into my shoulder slip again. Okay?
All 4 points.
Yeah, 4 point, I would not put a 4 point here, I would put shoulder slip. Again, that's always what I consider the basic skate. That I think 4 point shit. I think the shoulder slip should be kind of your basic skate. It's so easy, it happens really fast. The minute you get it in, you're pretty much safe from almost all the chokes. So that's kind of, I always put that is my go-to escape is the shoulder slip. Anytime I can get the shoulder slip, I am. So showing that one more time. Do you want to see this?
Oh, yes.
Okay, Kristen. Okay, yeah, we're here. And yeah, this is also not pleasant. So what I'm doing, hand on this knee, and I'm just extending my leg. So it's actually kind of hard to resist that too. Yeah, now I can free my leg, shoulders, slip the bottom hook, and shoulder slip. And from here, knees in, and this is where we start fighting to get on top. Okay? So let's practice that escape a bit, and then we're going to do some